And hello to all my Virgo friends. I would like to welcome you in. My name is Scott Sagent, and today I will be doing your free psychic tarot reading for August of 2021. Now, they have dialed up a storyline spread today. That is a very big spread. It's one of my largest. It talks about 3, 4, or 5 different stories, also called a movie line spread, within the Virgo spectrum. So that way, the whole idea is to get a story that's a home run for you. Many of them may not resonate. The whole idea is really to just get the one. Now, I have had some feedback where people say all of them resonate, and that's possible, just less likely. So really, pay attention to the different stories. Find out which one is for you, the messages that are for you. This is a general reading, but doing a storyline spread helps spread, it casts a wider net, so it lets us be a little bit more accurate with the story that's correct for you. So we're also going to conclude the reading with a chakra scrub. So they have a lot lined up for you Virgos this month in August, obviously an important month. I'm excited to see how it goes. We're going to conclude with that chakra scrub I just mentioned. The cards are already shuffled. I'm going to not waste any time and go right into it. I'm going to bring you in so you can watch because we have a lot to do. And we're on. So what I'm doing now are my ritual cuts. Go ahead and hit that like button. Build up the energy in here. I'm telling you, it works. You guys did a great job in it actually last month. Virgos were one of the top ones. So these ritual cuts that I'm doing, very important in tarot. It satisfies the ritual aspect of it, and it is basically the entire same procedure that I do in my personal private readings. And pretty much anything I do with tarot. So let's run the storyline. Storyline for Virgo, August. There's our core, everything in view just about. There's our main group. We're going to kind of separate it off into individual stories. Let me kind of figure out where we're at with that. Really a tough call with the left side of this. This side is very clear. This is going to be a story here. This is going to go probably like that. Standalone. This is all together as one. So we have 4 different stories. That's how we're going to read this. That left side, that story is going to be a very weird one. It's all pip cards, so a lot of details, but not really a theme to put behind it. It's going to be interesting to see. All right, so let me get more cards to describe the other stories. That one's going to stay the way it is. Actually, there's not a whole lot else to attach to. There's that. Now we need the red cards for the Angel Oracle cards. One for each story. It's so hard to keep storylines in the view. It really is difficult. There's just so many cards. There's not a whole lot I can do about it. Try my best here. Okay, that's about as good as we're going to get. So let's go to work. Pick it apart. All right. I always start with the simplest story, and that would be this one, if there is such a thing. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. My goodness, you're August. The first thing that they talk about is the Six of Swords. Couple different definitions of the card. First thing it can mean is travel. A lot of you Virgos will be traveling in August. If that's the case, you probably already know. Probably not telling you anything new. Really a good time to travel too. I'm going to say that I have the defensive card on the invert, so basically it's saying be offensive, so kind of go for it, go after it, that kind of thing. So if it's travel, or if you've been thinking about traveling in August, good time to do it as far as I'm concerned. I also have building blocks here. It shows that it's a good time to build something as well. And for a lot of you, we can go with the energy of the card instead of the travel, which is basically still positive, and that's moving into a calmer area in your life emotionally. Getting your love corner wrapped up perhaps, or just being more emotionally content, happy, and joyful. All that comes up. Building blocks. So a lot of you are building something or working on a project or working on maybe building a family unit. Any of that kind of stuff comes up for story number 1. And basically they're just saying, if I'm referring to you, to go for it. All systems go. Everything is looking good. There's really not a whole lot to say when everything is good. So go for it. Don't hold back. Story number 1. Story number 2, let's go here. We have a pretty interesting dynamic going on. They have the Devil card at the base. That's where we start. The Devil card is often a bad habit or something that is just binding, negative perhaps. I have 2 different sides that it branches off from. So it's a very complex set. We have new love that's coming in blocked, so it's saying it's not here yet. And I think it's saying because a lot of you are still bound in either your past relationship or your past love, or whatever your attachment is, you're still kind of bound by the devil to that person, and it's stopping you from having this new love situation. So we really got to decide here which way you're going to go with that. It's really important for you to find peace and to kind of calm this area of your life down, kind of, I guess, wheedle through the junk, kind of cut off trim the fat, like get down to the main part of the story and chase what's important to you. Because we want that blocked new love to come in clean, and we don't want you hung up on the wrong people, the wrong situations, and the wrong circumstances. But overall, I have the peace card for the Angel Oracle card, so it's saying that they want you to find peace, and that hopefully that's where this goes. And you can do what you can to break free from the Devil card, the old habits, and pretty much anything that just doesn't do you justice. While I talk about that, I have to jump right into the moon cycles because that is full moon energy, like to the max. We have a full moon in August on the 22nd. That's the perfect time to get anything out of your life that you don't want anymore. Just like what I described. Situations, people, circumstances, habits, emotional baggage, doesn't matter. Any of that stuff, perfect to get out toward the end of the month. It doesn't have to be on the 22nd. Any time toward the end is really optimal, using that lunar energy of the full moon to do so. Now, we have the new moon on August the 8th. That's a good time to bring something into your life and manifest something into it. So that would be like the building blocks, something from story 1 that I talked about when you're going after it, or going to build something, or really it doesn't have to be about a story. It can just be anything you're trying to attract and bring into your life. Good time to do that is the beginning of the month, using the lunar energy of the new moon. And when you use the moon energies, really benefits you quite a bit. I have put together a moon cycle cheat sheet that I'm giving away absolutely free. All you have to do is sign up for the email newsletter. It's on my website, scottsagent.com. All the way at the bottom, you put in your email address and like your first name, send that off, and I send you back your moon cycle cheat sheet. And it's not just good for August, it goes through the end of the year, so it's all of 2021. So it's a wonderful resource tool to reference and to implement positive change into your life. So take advantage of that. So that's story number 2. Story number 3, let's go over here. That was our weird story. This is it feels like it's work, but I don't want to tie it down too tight, because this is going to be a little bit different for everybody. I guess it's a good time to remind you this is a general reading, and we have a lot of Virgos tuning into this, so the Virgo bubble energy is massive. If you're looking for information that is specific to you, personalized, you would need a personal private reading to do so, and I do offer those on my website, scottsagent.com. This story, here's the three factors that they talk about. They talk about emotional success. That's wonderful. All things good there. Then they talk about something being incredibly busy, like busy bee all over the place. Then you're here, then you're here, then you're doing this, then you're working on this. So that's why I feel like it's mostly work. And then they show that you're also getting, a lot of you, this is how you're really going to be able to tie into this story. A lot of you are getting over some kind of either anxiety or stress. It could also be physical illness. It's usually more of the mental illness. It's not like mental illness, but like, that's why I said anxiety or stress or something like that. You're coming out of it. So it's still there. You're purging out of that, hopefully in August. That's what it shows. It's better to show that you're coming out of it than going into it. But for a lot of you that have been overcoming something like that, or even if it is physical illness of some sort, just know that I have chop wood above it. That's my angel oracle card. That shows that it's time to get to work. And I guess it goes with the busy. It just kind of reinforces the busy, that busy is the key to success. You just got to keep chopping it out. You got to keep going and going and going and overcome your own kind of mental barriers that you set, back to the stress and anxiety. It may just be mental barriers, the walls that you build and the way that you stop your own success from forming, because we do have success here in August that comes up, but you got to stay busy and you got to kind of keep chasing the ball. Okay. So that's what I have for story number 3. It started out looking weird, but it kind of made sense once I got into it. So story number 4 is where we're going to end with our, largest story of the group. Give me just a second to look at this, because this guy is all over the place. We're looking at it like this and like this. I kind of reordered it in like a weird way, and I didn't. Now it's much more clear. The first thing that they show is a lot of you are about to go into a new chapter in your life. It's not quite here yet. It is more of a timing thing. It's on its way. It's just not here yet. There's something perhaps impeding or getting in the way of it that needs to kind of move out of its way first, kind of like a prerequisite of some sort. The other thing that this card can mean, it is the 3 of Wands, by the way, and the other thing that it can mean is blocked long distance travel. This could be a problem with long distance travel. This could be you. This could be somebody else. This is not like and not just long distance travel, but just also a long distance move. That could be coming in blocked because it's just not here yet in August. That's probably what that could mean. It could be you or somebody close to you. The other part of the story is temperance. Temperance is basically, they're showing impatience, that this is a very impatient situation for you, and that therefore you have to exemplify more patience. You're being asked to be more patient in the situation. There is a purge that's going on that has not taken place yet. Again, we're getting into the prerequisite stuff that's in the way. They talk about death inverted. Now, death for me is not physical death. It's more of the energetic complete renewal from one thing to another, just like physical death is, energy to energy. And this has to happen in this story. So it's kind of like the getting the skeletons out of the closet version of in the tarot, language is what it's saying, is to clean the skeletons out of the closet and to go through this purge and get this out, because they say that there's something you take great pride in. This may be a project. This could be a person. It could be an automobile. It could be a boat. It's different things for different people. Like I said, many Virgos, but there's something that you take great pride in, and it may be a person. It varies is what it is. But whatever it is you take great pride in, you have to get this stuff, the skeletons, cleaned out of the closet, so that you can continue to exemplify this and show the patience in the situation that you need to, because this is coming in like a fork in the road. I literally have the fork in the road card that comes in for the oracle card. So this is saying that like this is gonna make or break you, not you, but like the situation or the circumstance. It's a major decision, a major thing that's playing out in front of you, this new chapter in your life. Okay, so really just kind of be patient with the process. Continue to take great pride in what you take pride in. That is a wonderful thing to see. That could also be monetary message as well, a financial message, to continue taking great pride of your finances and taking good care of them. Not, overspending or underspending, kind of hitting the target right where you need to be. So there is a purge going on there. You have to be patient through it. You're moving into another chapter, and it is a fork in the road. So decide which way you're going to go with it, and then go all in on it. Pull the trigger. August is the time to do it. And again, if it's something you're getting out of your life, end of the month, by the end of August, it has to be gone. It has to be gone. Whatever it is that I'm talking about, the context, how it affects your life, it has to be gone. So now that I've said that 3 times in a row, just to stress how important that is. And that's why I saved the last story for last, because we have a lot of major arcana cards there, and it shows me how vitally important that story is. So I just do my job to try to drive it home for you. So that wraps that part up. Now let's get into your chakra scrub. That is the other thing that they wanted to do. I know this is taking a long time. This is going to be a long reading. I hope you guys like long readings. I've had a couple of them this month. This is just like the month where they just want to kind of like talk. Like spirit world is going nuts this month. All right. Okay, so the chakra scrub. Chakra scrub. Top to bottom. Virgo chakra scrub. Top, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No extra cards there. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's good. We're going to read it as it lies. Let's talk about the best news first. Heart chakra on fire. The heart chakra is looking real good, Virgo, real good. Birth. I got the Empress card. Empress, birth, fertility. Your heart is growing. It is changing. It is renewing. It is just kicking high gear, high frequency. It's just boom. August, such a wonderful spiritual love possibility for you. Start there. Very good news to see there. Let's see any other relevant stuff. Leave something in it to win it on red. Your red is showing very grounded too. That's good. That's, physical, sexual, arms, limbs, kind of your core. That's showing very good. Maybe a little bit of maturity in the orange could be of use. Or it's saying nostalgia. It's probably more just an emotional maturity thing. I'm not really worried about it or concerned in the sacral. Solar plexus, we have message coming in. Beginning of the month. Beginning of the month, let's just say from a spiritual health perspective, because that's what the chakra scrub is, from a spiritual health perspective. The yellow solar plexus chakra is coming in with a message toward the beginning of the month. And the yellow one is really your driver, your do, your kind of willpower, and I guess free will too. So there's something in regards to that comes in toward the beginning of the month. So whatever it is toward that beginning of the month, don't hesitate on decisions, kind of act and do what you got to do. But there's no problem with the chakra itself. It is kicking high gear. I'm just warning you about the message. I do have repeating old mistakes and habits from your throat. That is, things that you say. Be careful of things you say this month, perhaps. Learning old lessons. Talking too much, perhaps. I think if we do everything, if you kind of pay attention to the ones that resonated with you in the storyline, hopefully we can avoid that altogether. I think that was covered in there. Very interesting stuff going on with the crown. Your crown is kicking in high gear too. We have a little bit of weakness. Really the only problem area is your third eye. It is showing weakness right now. It could just be weak because it's not being utilized. It's like kind of like if you don't use it, you lose it type thing. It needs more practice, okay? Guided meditations that focus on the third eye would be very good for you in August. I don't have any of those, but you can find them all over YouTube if that's something that interests you. Or, just any kind of meditation, you're basically using your third eye, the strongest with that. So any kind of that practice would turn, hopefully, that weakness into strength. But besides that, everything looks pretty good. I don't have any major concerns with that. And also, since that is coming in weak, you can also kind of counter that by, people make jokes and laugh about it, but really the color of what you wear, inside reflects the outside, above so below. The with the third eye right there, just that indigo blue, very good, powerful color for you in August. Just another thing to keep in mind, really. So that wraps up your chakra scrub. We have gone through the entire storyline spread. I know that was a lot to take in. Go back and check this video out again. If it confuses you in any way, I try my best to be thorough, but I know that thing was massive. So please hit like if you have not already. Please remember to subscribe. I do these videos every single month. That way you will get them next month and future months. I thank you for joining me so much. I hope you have a wonderful August, and I will see you all in September, Virgo season.